And here we are again, another Xbox announcement. Do you think, from my last video, do you think they've put right everything that I said? Do you think they might have put it right? Do you think they've unfucked it? No, they haven't unfucked it. They've left it fucked. In fact, they've confirmed officially now that they're going to leave it fucked. They've basically come out, if anyone's not aware, they've come out with a new announcement today to clarify a few things. It's a lot of PR speak, but we'll read in between the lines of what they've actually said. To start with, what annoyed me about the whole announcement today was that they said that we've listened to our fans, we understand their concerns, and we've made these changes. Okay, right, so they've listened to us, have they? So they've confirmed, for one, that you are going to have 24-hour DRM. Now, that doesn't mean, I should clarify the way I'm wording that, actually. That doesn't mean your console has to be on 24 hours a day online, but it means that in that 24-hour period, you're going to have to check in once. Okay, so you are going to have to be online. So, the next bit is if you aren't on your console, your home console, that gets trimmed down from 24 hours to 1 hour. So if you're around someone's house, that could easily be an hour that you will be out of. I've known people have no internet for longer than 1 hour. Then as soon as that happens, that gets shut down. You can't use that console because you haven't checked in that hour. Okay? They've confirmed basically that there's going to be no loaning the games to people. They're basically saying they're going to explore the possibilities. What to explore? I don't understand what possibilities you need to explore. That's my fucking property. If I want to lend that to someone, if I want someone to experience something that I've purchased, surely, by God's name, that is my right to lend someone something that I've purchased to allow them to experience it. And then they might want to experience it themselves and purchase it themselves. So they've confirmed that. That's not going to happen. They're exploring possibilities of what you can do with your own property. So that's nice for them to know. Used games, they've claimed that now that's down to the publisher. Now we know what's going to happen there. The publishers aren't going to want the used game market to be the way it is. They're going to go along with these changes. So I can't see anything but the death of second-hand games for Xbox. I can't see any other. These are confirmations now that have come from Microsoft. This is going to be the death of the used game market for the Xbox. We don't know what Sony are going to do. Hopefully, well, I'll get on to Sony in a moment. I don't want to lose my train of thought. In regards to, in my first video, one thing that really annoyed me was obviously lending a friend a game. They've confirmed that if a friend has been on your friends list for 30 days or more, and you can lend them the game, but you can only do that once. It astounds me. So if I wanted to give that to someone, it can only be done once. That's it. Once it's been done, and you'd have to be my friend on the friends list for more than 30 days, by the way, as well. What people have been saying who are trying to defend Microsoft, and I'm not saying that they're the most evil company in the world or anything, but what people have got to realise is that this is one step down a road that we don't want to be going down, because people think, well, if they'll just do that and then they'll stop. If you let them get away with one thing, they will continue to do those things to you. They'll keep pushing you until you push back. So if you stop it straight away, if you say, look, vote with your wallets and go, we're not having this, there's not a lot they can do. You've told them, you've told them outright what you don't want and what you won't stand for. People are like, oh, well, they'll just do that, and then they won't do any more. They'll just do that, and then the next console it'll be just, oh, they'll just do that a little bit more, and they'll push more. And I don't understand it. People's arguments as well that saying, well, Steam have been doing that for ages. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. I was house sitting for a friend about 2 years ago who didn't have an internet connection. I took my laptop with me, used Steam offline, played all my games. That would be impossible if I was to take my Xbox One to his house, because he doesn't have the internet, so that would mean that I wouldn't be able to check in for that 24 hours or that 1 hour, and that would mean that the console would basically then turn into a lump of plastic. that's completely and utterly useless to me. On the Xbox announcement, they were like, but you can still use it for DVDs and Blu-rays. It's like, well, I've got a Blu-ray player, I've got a DVD player. I don't need a games console to do that. I certainly don't need a games console to watch TV. I don't want it to be my cable box. I've got a cable box. I don't need it. I need it for games. And if you're telling me that person whose house doesn't have the internet, and that's just because of where he is in regards to a service area, if you're telling me I can't use that because I'll run out of time, it then becomes a lump of plastic. Because I've already got those things, DVD players, Blu-ray players, I've already got them. I don't understand why people are defending them, and I don't understand why, as a seller, they're trying to tie you to them financially. No other company would be able to do this. No, not company, sorry, no other sort of genre of entertainment would be able to do this to you. But they're going, you're renting this game from us now. And if you want to give it to someone else, you're going to have to pay this. If you want to do this, you're going to have to pay that. If you want to do this, you're going to have to do this. You have to. Why can't I buy something and it be mine and decide what I want to do with it? I don't. One of the things is as well, I mean, a lot of people I know who aren't exactly really well off used to buy second-hand games. Not everyone's got money coming out of their arse. You know, not everyone is going to be able to buy new games when they come out. And it's a shame. I'm not saying that, you know, and basically they're going screw them, and I'm saying that's wrong. That why shouldn't they be able to enjoy the game? You know, and anyone in rural areas in UK particularly, I know people who don't get the internet where they live. It's as simple as that. There's a friend of mine he doesn't live there anymore, but he used to live in an area where he didn't have the internet. So when I used to visit him, well, an Xbox One would be useless to him. It's like, screw you, move. That's Microsoft's answer. Move then. If you want an Xbox One, you move. Their attitude. They could have put everything so right. They could have put everything so right now. One of the things that really made me laugh on their announcement as well was, well, you know, everyone who lives in your house will be able to share all your games. And it's like, oh, thank you, Microsoft. Thank you for allowing me to share my property with the people I live with. Thank you. Without your permission, how would I ever manage? That gets me. That annoys me more than anything. That they're saying, they're treating it like they're going, don't worry, we'll give you a nice little privilege. All the people who live in your house can use what you own. It's like, yes, I know, because I live with them and it's mine. So if they want to use it, yes, they can use it. I don't need your permission. I don't need Dell's permission for them to use my Alienware laptop, do I? No, I don't, because they just use it, because it's mine. I've decided that they can use it. And they're trying, when someone said to me, they're trying to control your living room, and I thought they meant as in with everything, providing you with every piece of entertainment you'll need in regards to your entertainment system. It's not just that. They want to control everything you do. Everything that you own in regards to Xbox, they want to control it. They want to make sure that you're not letting someone experience it if they haven't paid for it. That's just out of the question. It's something that I can't get my head round. And one of the things as well, they're trying to push it off that they're doing this, going, the other publishers are to blame. But look at what the things they've implemented now. They've gone, right, you can lend it to friends as long as they've been on your friends list for 30 days. They did this because they saw everyone's reaction. They were like, oh God, well, we have to change now. If you watch my previous video, you can see me having a go at it, saying, oh, they've still got time to change. They're shitting themselves because of everyone's reaction. And it shows that they are, because they've put in these rules. And, you know, the fact that they've gone, to prove that the fact that they've put it in, they've gone, well, this isn't going to be available at launch. This option to lend someone a game that's been on your friends list for 30 days. So they've literally put this in because that's if they hadn't put it in now, it would have been available on launch, but now it's not available on launch. They've put this in because they know everyone's reaction. Sony, if Sony want a tip from any of the gamers out there, any of the hardcore gamers, all they need to do is just don't do this. Just don't do what Microsoft are doing, and you will win. If you come out, if God forbid, if they come out and do exactly the same as Microsoft, thinking, well, that's our competition. If they come out and do the same thing, if they come out with the same rules, they're taking one step. I've said this just earlier in this rant. They're taking one step down a road to take the power away from the consumer, which is it's bad news for us. It's just bad news. And like I said, companies like this, they don't just go, that's fine, we've taken that one step, we won't take any more. The next year they'll take an even worse one, and it'll just keep going down that road until the consumers go, no more. And if Sony haven't mentioned anything, so I'm not saying that they have, by the way. And something I wanted to clarify from the last rant I had, I didn't say it, but I put it in the description. It seems like everyone's read it. The fact that I don't own PlayStation. I've never owned one. I owned a PlayStation 1 back when I was young. 20 years ago. Probably not that long. I can't remember how long ago it was. And ever since then, it was Dreamcast, Xbox One, Xbox 360. And I don't mean Xbox One as in the new one, I meant the original Xbox. So I've been an Xbox boy, really. That's why I'm so annoyed about this. I was looking forward to the new console. I wanted to see what they had to fight Sony with. And they've not got anything. And if Sony want to win, just do the complete opposite of what they're doing. And you'll win. You'll have the better publicity and you'll win. One of the things that Microsoft have come out and said as well that absolutely made me chuckle was that we know privacy is going to be an issue, so we've decided that you can turn the Kinect off. And it's like, yeah, well done you. It's like what you've done is realise that there were countries like Germany who were saying, well, we'll just ban this console because they've got different privacy laws. And Microsoft are like, damn, they've got different laws in different countries. Yeah, that's right, they've got different laws in different countries. And they're just not considering it. They don't care. All they care about is money. And I'm not saying that companies shouldn't, because that's how they get successful, and that's how we get better games, and that's how we get better consoles. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to stuff like the privacy, it shouldn't have even been an issue. Why did it even get to this stage where people have to argue against it? Someone at Microsoft would have heard that and should have gone, that's ridiculous. No, we're not going to do that. That's crazy. How's that going to help our console? I don't know what to say, to be honest with you, to them. To you. The reaction that we've had and the reaction that they've come out with is very telling, and it's disappointing and it's worrying. And if Sony come out and do the same, I mean, people are going to be buying PCs. PC gaming's going to go mental because people won't shell out that kind of money. They will just save and get a better PC. I mean, my PC's getting old now, and I was looking forward to getting, at the moment, the PlayStation 4. But if they come out and say the same thing, I'll just save money and improve my PC a bit further down the line. I mean, I wouldn't rant if I didn't care. If this was a company I didn't give a shit about, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't even feel the need to do a video. I wouldn't take 15 minutes of your time of me ranting down your ear about it. But I've had a lot of good experiences with this. There's one plus that Microsoft have come out with, and I think it's a very good idea. That they're saying you can have 10 family members registered to your account, and they can use your game library, not on your Xbox One. Okay. That does sound good. I mean, I presume when they say family, they're not going to do DNA tests. I presume they just mean 10 people that you select. I like that idea. That's good. That's, it's a minor clap. It's a minor clap out of everything that they've come out with and said. The fact that if you're logged in on someone else's console, you've got an hour, and you have to check in that hour. If you don't check in within that hour, it turns off. You can't use it anymore. And people's internet can go down for an hour. It's as simple as that. It can happen. And I can see nothing but problems here. I can see nothing but problems. I just hope to God that Sony do the sensible thing, come out and do the complete opposite and not the same, because we've seen it time and time and again. When two companies are in competition, if one does it, the other thinks, well, they're doing it, we can do it, because then where else are they going to go? I can tell you where else we're going to go. We're going to go to the PC. So keep pushing people, Microsoft. Just keep pushing people and see where they go. At the minute, they'll all go to Sony. If both of them push, they'll go to PC. And then it'll just be a lame console war. A console war that could have reinvigorated the console genre, because at the moment the consoles are going stale. Everyone knows that. This could have been reinvigorated the whole thing, and all I can think now is that we're just going to get fucked from start to finish by a company that thinks it's doing us a privilege by saying, well, no, you don't have to have a camera in your house all the time. A company that thinks it's a privilege for you to be able to allow people who live in your house to use your property. But anyway, I'm going over the same stuff now. Guys, you know my thoughts on it. If you think I'm wrong, please tell me why I should still think that Microsoft aren't a bunch of wank pots. Tell me. If you can tell me why, if you can make me get excited for the Xbox One, try. But if not, I can't see anyone else winning this but Sony at the moment, which is disappointing. I was looking forward to a nice bit of competition. We'll see what they say at E3. I said that last time. They cancelled their round the table meeting after E3, which means that the press won't get to ask individual questions to them. So you're just going to get a bunch of PR speak at E3, and the only thing that's going to get people on their side now is the most amazing exclusives, and I just can't see that happening. I just can't see it happening. I can see another Gears of War, I can see another Halo, and I can see me being bored to tears. Anyway, thanks for your time, guys, and if you like what you've heard and you want to hear more from me, like and subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Thanks, guys.
I just prefer the other one.
Bullshit! How can it be bullshit to state a preference?